Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Randolph gets this one to Hill. And this will leave him a yard short. Now Nine yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. First carry for Raheem Mostert. They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and one, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Looking to throw. Randolph getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
To throw on second down. Randolph. He'll hit Mostert again here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
On first down, Randolph. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Looking to throw on second down. Randolph.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, Mills.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from the 20.
And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Okay,
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Randolph. Under pressure, they got him again. Drake Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of the...
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on third down. Randolph trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Dalton Schultz, 33 yards. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Randolph. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll set up a throw. Caught by Woods. And some space here. Trotting. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now a give to Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Dalton Schultz, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Cardinals nothing. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off play action. Randolph forced out to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. Past the 20. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, and they miss making plays. And the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Randolph. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Strike 60. Drill 3.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Running left, Taylor.
They find some open field here. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Danny Gray.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Drill 52.
Off the play fake. Randolph. And my goodness, another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick.
And the Cards force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And he's taken down, but not
stop before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Hey, full field.
Looking to throw. Randolph being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw. Randolph. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, full field.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Drake Jackson now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. He'll take this inside the 40. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Play action now. Mills.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Randolph. He's going to look deep for more. And now here is another interception. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Second and 3. Finding Gray going across the field. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Ready.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Randolph. That's complete to McBride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Randolph. Goes right back to McBride. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Black shot. Hey, blue.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Flag blue. Hey, green. Steal. Check steal. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
By Greg Jackson. It's a loss of 14. Brings up 3rd down.
Clock 10.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
Here we go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Ready.
Off play action. Randolph. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Let's go now.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here we go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Randolph. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st and 10, Randolph. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Strike. Check strike. Ready, go. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the